So let's take a look at what is Omisego. So OMG is one of the least talked about cryptocurrencies right now, but I think that will change as we progress through 2018. It's been pretty quiet so far, and it hasn't really received the same kind of attention that other hyped up coins like Verge or Ripple have. However, its investment potential is huge, and OMG is one of the few legitimate long-term cryptocurrencies I've seen on the market so far, and you'll find out why in a second. They have teams across a huge amount of Asia, so including Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand. And they've already announced huge partnerships with big companies like McDonald's Thailand. So Omisego is basically an e-commerce platform designed to transact peer-to-peer payments. Think of them like the cryptocurrency version of Stripe or PayPal, with the aim of making it easier for businesses and merchants to accept digital payments in both cryptocurrencies and fiat, particularly across Southeast Asia. So imagine just how difficult it is right now for businesses to accept cryptocurrency payments, especially in Southeast Asia. There's not really an easy way to integrate transactions with a business apart from Stripe, which already accepts Bitcoin, and therefore Omisego is solving a huge problem. Also, the Southeast Asian banking industry is one of the fastest growing financial markets in the world. So Omisego's blockchain technology is coming in at the perfect time. You have to realize that just under 75% of people in Southeast Asia don't actually have a bank account, which is an insane opportunity for any company that can resolve this. And the other problem with Southeast Asia's financial system is that it's very fragmented. It's not easy to link international payments and transactions together, and that's a problem that Omisego addresses nicely. You see, Omisego doesn't actually require a bank account to use, so it's an easy alternative for people living in Southeast Asia. And when you combine this with the rising economic growth of Asia and the improvements in wages, living standards, and business prospects, then you can really see the potential of Omisego as a viable mainstream token. So what makes it unique? Well, the Omisego's technology is based on Ethereum's network, and it promises some kind of impressive key selling points, including low transaction fees, fast payments, and a strong team of developers that have already worked on other big projects like Ethereum. And the Omisego project is really ambitious too, and that shows the investment potential of this altcoin. In fact, Vitalik Buterin himself, the founder of the second biggest cryptocurrency, Ethereum, is on the advisory team for Omisego. So if you decide to invest in OMG, you know that you're investing in a credible, experienced team that's already worked on successful projects and has a big overall goal for the Omisego brand. So let's take a look at some reasons around why you should invest in Omisego. Well, number one, they've got a really experienced team. You know, this isn't just a bunch of teenagers starting up an ICO in the garage. They have a professional, experienced team of developers dedicated to this project. And they've worked on some big payment projects before, and they've succeeded time and time again. I'll come on to that later. Also, their wallet. So they're planning to launch a decentralized wallet that accepts fiat, like offline currencies basically, as well as cryptocurrency. That means you'll be able to trade without the typical problems of most mainstream exchanges, such as phishing and hacking and that sort of thing. Also, they have minimal transaction fees. So the Omisego technology is very efficient and designed to offer low fees for transactions and transfers whilst being extremely fast. That means it can be scaled up to high volume transactions and bring it to the mainstream basically. Also, their clients. So they've announced big partnerships with huge clients like McDonald's Thailand, and you can see how they're going to become one of Asia's leading cryptocurrencies. They also remove the middleman. So in Asia, there's a lot of customers and businesses who don't actually use banking, which means they're pretty much cut off from the financial world. Now, Omisego removes the need for a banking middleman and can therefore reach a huge market. They also accept fiat. So one of the biggest reasons why altcoins haven't gone mainstream yet is because most people and investors don't understand how to buy cryptocurrency, you know, and the Omisego platform will allow users to trade cryptocurrency with fiat, removing the complications and intimidating environments of typical crypto exchanges. By the way, if you're not sure how to trade altcoins yet, check out my guide in the description box below. Omisego also have the first mover advantage. So they're one of, you know, like the digital payment industry is huge right now. And if you factor in most of Asia, then you're looking at billions of dollars in market share. Now, this is going to be a really competitive field in the future, but Omisego already has the first mover advantage before their competitors have a chance to sweep in. Now let's look at why you shouldn't invest in Omisego. So there's still some things you need to consider before you put any money into this company. So for example, it's a sleeping giant. OMG won't get you rich overnight. It's a slow burner that's expected to rocket in price as new technology updates arrive. So compared to most altcoins, it's relatively stable and steady. But as they start launching more PR campaigns, their price will soar. And the other thing you have to think about is it too ambitious? So, I mean, Omisego is trying to literally change the landscape of banking in Southeast Asia. But as you know, the bigger the project, the more potential for hiccups and problems along the way. So it could be a long time before Omisego can reach its full potential, which is just something to be aware of before you invest. Also, it's still just a concept. As exciting as Omisego is, it's still just a vision. So if you invest in OMG right now, you're gambling on their future potential and it's pure speculation. However, it's still one of the most exciting cryptocurrencies around, and most altcoins are still in their very, very early stages. They're not ready to go just yet. So I'd say Omisego's sort of business model is one of the most savvy I've seen so far, and it looks really impressive. So Omisego is pretty easy to buy. It's available at most of the big cryptocurrency exchanges. I'd personally recommend buying Omisego from Binance simply because it's easy to use and it typically offers the best rates. You can actually find a link below in the description box along with my guide on how to use Binance. So go and check it out. Now, something else to look at is the vision of Omisego. So like most cryptocurrencies, Omisego's technology is still in the very early stages, but its vision is one that's incredibly exciting. So the idea of accepting payments from a completely decentralized peer-to-peer network is one that will appeal to many in the e-commerce industry, especially in Southeast Asia. And because it's completely decentralized, users of OMG can trust in a neutral payment system rather than an institution to manage the whole payment side of their company. Plus, there's loads of consumers that don't really want to deal with the traditional banking system. And that rings especially true in Southeast Asia. So a lot of people just don't want to deal with the hassle of arduous verification systems, admin, paperwork that often comes along with banking. And that's exactly why Omisego has such a big appeal. Also, a lot of people from Southeast Asia migrate and work between countries. So, for example, they might come from Thailand, but they work in Japan now. And if they want to send money back home, right now it's extremely expensive. So today most people turn to payment systems like Western Union or Swift, but these are really expensive options and people want an easier, cheaper alternative. Now, Omisego actually lets international transfers happen more freely, or it will do once the technology is ready. And they also charge cheaper rates. They're offering faster transaction times, which is a huge selling point. And this is going to become even more appealing when wages across Southeast Asia are typically lower on average compared to the Western world. Now, the other thing to note is that OMG's fluctuations aren't quite as volatile as most altcoins on the market. But when new updates and even more new client partnerships are announced, I fully expect Omisego to perform extremely well. Also, Omisego is part of the Omisego group. Now, you probably haven't heard of them before, but they're an experienced team of experts who have already worked on big credit card payment projects, and they've been working in that industry for over 4 years. So that experience is really going to pay off. Now, there's another big reason why I think it's a great time to invest in Omisego, because not only do they have great technology, a smart business model, an official partnership with McDonald's, but they're also backed by some of the biggest voices in crypto too. You see, the founder of Ethereum, one of the world's most successful cryptocurrencies, actually tweeted that Omisego is his favorite token system. And this is a major selling point because it shows just how much confidence he has in their team. So thanks for watching, guys. That's it from me. By the way, if you want more useful tips and advice about cryptocurrency, check out my free guides in the description box below. I also included loads of useful links, including my personal picks for the best privacy coins in 2018. So please check them out, and don't forget to hit subscribe if you like this video. Alright guys, speak soon.